clicks it on and the show begins.
And welcome everybody. Hello, Charles.
Welcome.
That seemed abrupt.
Mm.
I was
Getting
just,
used to it
they're
after
just
a
going to
while.
dig that, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can see the whole thing, but I
Yeah,
had,
it is.
you know, as soon as he clicks play, the fun begins, or the show begins.
That's when the fun begins. That's right.
Yeah, that's when the fun begins. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, welcome everybody to another fun-filled week of Grumpy's Coffee Shop. As I choke on my coffee. Yeah. So I'm sure everybody watched the Super Bowl yesterday.
Nope.
Not. I did. Yep, I didn't. No.
Nope. Nope.
But
Am I the only one that did?
Oh, I watched
Art
first
watched
half.
half of it until it got to bed, until it got past his bedtime, and he had to go to bed. You know, how
Yeah.
these guys
I
are.
was driving home from my dad's house, so
Oh,
right when it started, I left.
Yeah, I had no interest. The only thing I did is I wanted to see the commercials, which I've been watching today.
yeah,
Been a few good ones, and a couple of them are just stupid, but
yeah.
actually quite a few of them are just stupid, but you know.
Yeah.
And I listened to, I don't know, about the first 20, 30 minutes of the Turning Point halftime show. And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was,
I
you know,
I like the Dunkin' Donut ad.
that one I haven't seen yet, I don't think.
Ah, okay. The one with I think it was Ben Affleck playing.
Oh, yeah, with all the guys from Friends.
Will Honey.
Yeah. Oh, was that one?
That was Ted Danson was in it, and
He was in another
Jennifer
one.
Aniston was in it.
Oh, okay, I saw it. I didn't see Ted Danson, but I saw Jennifer Aniston, and
Yep.
that was the guys from Friends. But
Yeah.
oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they had Joey there.
yeah,
And yeah.
Well, there is one of them missing.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Because he wasn't a good swimmer.
No, I mean there's one of them
Oh
missing.
my God! Oh, please. Oh,
Now there was another one. Now Schwimmer is still alive. No, it's
Yeah,
another one.
he's still alive. Yeah. It's,
I
one
couldn't
with
think because
cancer
he wasn't
passed
a
away.
good swimmer. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Or was that
It
Hilarious.
is. Yeah.
I saw one before the Super Bowl. Like I guess they were releasing them, and
Yeah, they released them all about
shorts.
3
I
days
saw
early.
Chris Helmsworth come in. We had a snake.
Snake. Yeah,
He fought a bear. You know, it was pretty funny. He's pretty funny. I like him.
he is funny. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about his politics, so I can still like him. You know?
Yeah.
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 Mm.
No, it was.
Now, Jennifer Aniston. I don't know. She opens her mouth too much.
Yeah.
If only.
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Not to you.
Not to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna say hi to everybody in the chat. What happened to my chat? It disappeared
Yeah,
again.
you got a lot of people in.
Yeah, we got quite a few here. 14 already, so that's pretty good.
14.
Yeah, let me see. So we got Jody Drone Shots. We've got Nana's Attic. That's Brad. And who else we got here?
We got Joe.
We got Joe. Yep. We got Connecticut Pirate.
Yeah, John.
John. That's right. Yeah.
We
Okay.
got Brian.
Brian.
Yep,
Okay.
right.
Brian's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cool Cat Michael is here.
I think you
Michael.
said Brad. Jay Bird.
Jay
Jay-
Bird. Hey, Joe. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Good.
And we have Bent Rail. That'd be Gary.
Gary from Bent Rail.
Yes, that is correct.
Not
Not
Bent
Bent-
Trail.
Not Ben Trails. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Brad from Brad Alston.
Brad Alston. Yeah.
Brad. Yeah.
Good. Be rad.
You know, I noticed we're starting to all pick up a little bit the closer we get to April. I saw this happen last year too.
Yeah.
The closer we get to the drone meetup, the more they start, kind of catching up what everybody's doing. So yeah. Let's see who else we got.
Apollo
Paco.
Gray.
Hey,
Paco.
Paco.
Hello.
Yeah,
Paco
he
Miraco.
released on the Apollo. He released a single from his upcoming album. It went live.
Something happened to your audio just now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, that-
Is it working?
It's working by the time like you're in the water and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Really?
Well, now I don't know. Talk.
It's all right
Okay.
now.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Probably because I bumped my mic or I moved it a little bit.
Mm.
And let's see. We got Charles. Let's see who else we got here.
he got Thomas Baker.
Oh, okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
And
He's no faker. Come on, Art. Where's your silliness?
He's the Bakers. Yeah.
He's
The
no
Bakers
faker.
doesn't-
Thomas Baker.
Thomas, love their
right. So that looks like everybody so
English
far,
muffins.
or everybody's in the chat. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Art, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. Got my oil and filter changed Saturday, and today I got new tires, and so I had a busy day. Busy.
Okay.
Watched half of the game yesterday, and did not watch any halftime, and so I just went to bed right at 7 o'clock, right probably when halftime was mostly done. I thought, checked my phone, and the score was 13-0. No, 12-0, going in the last minute or so. Of the
4
third.
field goals.
Third
Yeah.
quarter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Dominic, how was your weekend?
Well, the good thing about it was, we have our family day for, my team, and it's basically where they introduce the team for the season. And I was there as, Art knew, I was there till about 3 o'clock my time. And they introduced the team. They got them to have a chat about what the season is, and they presented the jumpers to each player. And what they did was they got some really young kids to produce the jumpers and give them to
Right.
the players. So that was pretty good.
Cool.
Cool.
And Bill, you went to your dad's yesterday, so
Oh, so you're going to synopsize my entire weekend for me?
no, I was just gonna. I was gonna ask how you were doing, but you mentioned that, and so how'd that go?
Oh, well, like you always. Wait, before I do that, Dominic, are you in the bathroom?
No, it does look like it though.
It's either that or you passed out on pretty much every floor in Florida.
Yeah,
A big old white tile.
I reckon they're using the same tiles for some reason.
Yeah.
We continue.
So you're not going to tell us where you're at. That's okay. Okay,
I'm
I
at
got
the
it.
The State Library.
He's
You're
in the library.
Oh.
State Library of Victoria. It's a nice little spot where you can sit, plug it, and plug all your stuff in.
That would explain your soft dulcet tones.
Oh,
So
yes.
my weekend was don't be too loud. People are studying. My weekend was working dads and work, and that's it. Yeah. I went to dad's. We had a nice meal at our
Good.
favorite little Fiesta Azul tequila house, and it was fine. It was good.
Good. Good.
I had some young girl working it, smiling at me and being silly and smiling. So she got a nice tip. That's all you got to do.
That's why she was doing it. Yeah.
Not gonna say it.
She stood we were at their last booth, and she stood at the end and like she wasn't looking at us, and she started putting on like lip gloss on her. And she had these big puffy, beautiful little Spanish Latin girl, and she's like this. Then she looked at me. She goes, because I was looking at her the whole time, but it was like, and give me a big smile. She know what you was doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Make
So
that
Charles,
dirty old man give her too much money.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the way they do me over there at the barbecue place.
Nothing
They
wrong
come
with
over and yeah.
Nah, she's a sweet kid. So
So Charles, how was your weekend?
Oh, relatively uneventful. We got plowed out yesterday. Also, I just spent the weekend just chilling.
Okay. Yeah.
Chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I got adventure sale. I had to get first off. I had to get out and go get the dog some dog food, and I buy a 30-pound bag for them, and it lasts them
Oh,
about
right.
about 3 weeks. So
Mhm.
and so I went over there, and they had some jeans on sale there, so I bought me a new pair of jeans, and then I was starving. My cousin had called this morning, was talking about going over to McDonald's and getting a Happy Meal, and it was like, Jesus, man, because I hadn't had anything other than the pancakes and eggs and a very small sausage patty. So I braved it, and I went to McDonald's, and I got me a regular hamburger and order a medium order of fries and a vanilla shake.
You didn't
And
get a Happy Meal?
Oh,
no, I didn't get the Happy
Yeah.
Meal. I didn't
well,
want.
you didn't get the
Well,
grand.
because it comes. Well, it came with he told because he told me I would have probably got it, except uh, it comes with apple slices. Now, there's no way in hell I can eat apple right now. Okay,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
yeah, but I did maul that hamburger pretty good. I mean, I was able to. My gums are real sore now, but I had more problem with the damn fries because I could.
I was
sort of
just going to
bite-
say, I think you can tell them give me fries instead of the apple slices. I think you
Hello,
can.
Brenda.
I
Oh,
think you
Hello,
can you?
Brenda.
Yeah,
you
I
can.
might have been able.
I don't
to.
know.
Hello,
I don't get
Brenda.
Happy Meals because I'm 64
Brenda.
years old. But you know what? Every once in a while, it just tastes good. You know what I mean? It's not something you want to do every day.
No, but
But
I hadn't had any, real. And not that it was good food, but any decent food other than puddings and soups and shit like that. And I decided that it was time. Yeah, and I was getting tired of the pancakes and eggs, so uh, I decided to brave it and get me a McDonald's hamburger, and I survived it. And so my gums are healing, but boy, they're still
you know,
sore
you can
still.
eat stuff like fish. You could do fish.
Yeah, fish.
Yeah, I could do fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's stuff you can have noodles. Have
Yeah.
yourself some pasta.
Yeah,
without-
I did. I bought some spicy teriyaki romaine noodles. That
Yeah, well,
microwavable.
I was thinking more Guinea.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, guinea noodles. Yeah. Okay.
Zucchini,
Yeah. I guess I could go to uh,
or zucchini noodles.
yeah,
No,
I could
don't
go to
go anywhere.
Olive
Just,
Garden.
just you buy a box for $2, and it used to be 35 cents. But anyway, you
Yeah,
buy it,
yeah, I know, right?
and
Yeah.
that's enough noodles. A pound of noodles will last you about till it spoils.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
and a jar of at Millie DeMoro. You ever have anything Millie DeMoro? It's actually pretty good. Yeah,
I'll
not a
have to
big
try that.
ragu fan, but if you like ragu, you can do that.
Yeah, I normally buy Del Monte's in the can because it doesn't have a lot of oregano and it's got it's a little sweet. Either Hunt's or Del Monte's, either one, but they're both pretty good they're great when you're making lasagna. That's something I could have is lasagna.
Oh,
Again, there you go.
there you go, lasagna.
Yeah, I gotta make some. Now I'm hungry again. So.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll get me some. I'll fix me some lasagna. So
Wait,
Uh,
stop everything. Look in the chat.
what? Oh, hello, Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
Brenda's here. Hooray.
Hey,
Brenda.
I've been looking for her earlier and she wasn't there yet. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the show, Brenda. We're glad you were able to join us again tonight.
Hey, we got Mark in the chat.
Hey,
Mark,
Mark.
all right.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
Brian, we're sad about your Pats. Yeah, they lost.
Do what?
Patriots lost. Yeah, Brian, Waypoint, New England.
Oh.
He's-
Oh yeah. I thought you were sad about his cat. I thought, yeah.
They
Yeah.
got a nice, strong future with that kid, that rookie
Yes.
quarterback. I'm telling you, they'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
they were.
Irritating
Yeah.
us going for their seventh win. The Super
Yeah.
Bowl ring. Yeah. They've been to what 12 now.
12.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem was there's too much air in the football.
Yeah.
That's probably what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have Belichick to take some of the air out of the football. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
That had to be one of the silliest things that
Yeah.
I ever. I had a lot of things to be, but yeah, that was like, really?
Not about
Okay.
silly, but if it's not legal and it gives your team an advantage because
A
of your
little bit of an advantage, yeah.
because of your quarterback, then
Yeah.
it's not silly. It's serious.
Well,
What was
yeah,
silly
I
was the
know.
halftime show. That was silly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Oh.
couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't,
that's what I heard.
I didn't
That
watch
Yeah.
it. I didn't watch it.
It was not
way I was
bilingual. Yeah,
No.
I didn't watch it, so
From what I understand, it was barely lingual. I mean, I've been reading
Yeah.
reviews about it. It's just
yeah, that's what I've heard too.
not even
so.
good. I don't mind listening to Spanish music if it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I
But,
like quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my neighbors across the street, when they have a big family gathering, they play the music, and I call it Oompa music on tequila.
Yeah. It's Banda.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking more modern than that.
Modern
like
stuff,
Dad,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
even though they're not modern anymore, they're old. But Daddy Yankee or
Yeah,
your groups that put together pop hits that were so good they even it didn't matter. You couldn't understand them.
Mhm.
They're good, catchy,
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
In fact, songs that good will make you learn a little bit. Because you want to know.
Well, just like La Bamba, I mean,
Voulez-vous coucher
Ricky
avec
Valens,
moi
yeah.
ce soir?
Oh, I read that.
What about
Yeah.
99 Wolf Balloons by
Wolf.
Nana?
Yeah.
Yes,
What about it?
well, I'm just saying
I like that song.
that's a song that was
Yeah, we know.
completely not in English.
Do hush me. Do hush me.
Yeah, just that I
Well,
thought
there
I
was
on
an English version, but
Yeah.
or American or whatever version. Yeah, there was a
Pro-
version.
proper English.
99. Da, 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 da. It was good. Anyway, yeah, that whole thing I heard was ridiculous. If I watched anything, I would have watched. Not that I'm a huge fan or anything, but I would have watched the other thing or not.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, they used to put on The Simpsons. Like Fox, you would put on The Simpsons, and you'd watch The Simpsons halftime show instead.
Yeah.
Now Shakira, she's pretty nice to look at, and she's a good singer too.
She's
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Yep.
she is. I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched about half of the
Alternative.
USA.
yeah, the
Julio
TV.
Iglesias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched about half of the alternate halftime show, and then I started getting sleepy. I don't know why. I want to listen to Kid Rock.
Close enough.
Chris
Chris
Rock.
Rock, as far as I know, doesn't sing. But
Let's hope
Oh, he might start.
Why don't you talk like that? Yes, he's making some jokes about.
yeah, he was in.
Chris Rock singing the song stylings of Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bob Dylan. Yeah.
I'm doing good, Brenda. Thank you for asking. But yeah. But no, I wanted to hear him, and I just never got around. Yeah, I couldn't stay awake, so I rolled over and went
How
to
does
sleep.
it feel? Sorry.
But plus, I like country, and that would have
You're correct with that, Brenda.
Yeah. I
But
think they
anyway.
knew it was coming. You know what I think? I think they knew the backlash was coming. In fact, everybody knew the backlash was coming. There was an uproar right from the time. I mean, the guy did say some stupid shit recently.
Yeah.
Well, you better get to learn it within the next couple of years, and stuff like that. And fuck ICE, he said that. And it's like, you know what? Who wants to listen to you? But who are you? Tell him that. Not even American. Well, he is kind of.
Yeah, he is.
Puerto Rican.
He is American.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, but Puerto Rico, I don't like that. You know what? Not that it's not a beautiful island full of beautiful people, because it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've known many Puerto Rican people in my life. Of course, I live in Florida, but even
Yeah.
before then, liked them all.
Yeah.
I can't think of one I didn't like. It's not the point. Puerto Rico still pisses me off. They don't want to become a state because they get all the benefits of being a territory of the United States without having to balance their budget, what
Yeah,
what's going to happen to
exactly.
listen to anything we say.
But we don't want 2 more Democrat senators.
I don't know. You might be surprised.
Yeah.
We should. Cuba could be this 52nd, and hey, you know what? And it would be conservative. Guarantee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guarantee. We kick those fuckers out. They would be conservative. So that would balance that out. And then you're talking about Canada. Oh, we don't want Canada. They're so liberal. Not the western half of the state's not.
No, that's right.
Where all the money is.
Yeah.
The oil and the lumber and the cattle.
Yeah.
And, they got that's where the. If it wasn't for that, the rest of Canada would be bankrupt.
Gold and diamonds.
That's what they're actually still talking about splitting off, and the reason not necessarily become a state of the United States, but their own country. They're talking about seceding because there's a so I forget what it's called. It has to do with balance, and they actually just suck away billions of dollars from them,
Right.
to balance, and it's like they give them nothing for it. They don't have the services the eastern part of the state has. They don't have the infrastructure, and they're paying everything, so they're not happy.
Yeah.
Well, they say that like 75% of the population is lower than the upper border of the United States. That part of
I don't know about 75. I've heard that too, but what's that?
It's a lot of people. All the way from what is it? Windsor, all the way up to Quebec. A lot of people live in that area.
Oh, in the lower their southern border. You mean?
Yeah,
like Toronto, all that. It's apparently
Toronto.
It's apparently more south than what, Detroit?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking it up now, by the way.
Yeah, I figured you were. Yeah. So. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the further west you go, the more sparsely populated it is until you get to Vancouver, which is like right there near Seattle.
Yeah.
And very liberal. Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of countries where the large metroplexes tend to be liberal, whereas the more country areas tend to be conservative.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar here. The regional areas seem to be very conservative, and most of the inner city is taken up by the inner city elites that very much liberal, as you would say.
Yeah.
Okay, a significant majority of Canadians live surprisingly far south, with estimates suggesting that over 70% of the population resides below the 49th parallel, the line that forms much of the U.S.-Canadian border, while around 90% live within 100 miles of the border. So there you go.
Yeah, we got Steve Janess in the chat.
Hey, Steve.
There's a reason for that. You go too far north and you freeze into a popsicle.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course you're going to be. There's a reason people don't live in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Plane tickets. That's why.
I had a thought today. I was talking to my cousin about it, and they're always coming up with these talking points that the left uses. And they all just regurgitate the same thing over and over. I want to know on any one of these talking points that they just keep going on about, who said it the first time. I mean, you go to CNN, you go to MS or whatever it's called now.
Messi NBC or something.
Yeah, Messi NBC or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever the hell it is now. And you go to all these different places, and they're constantly all quoting the same thing. Every show they're saying the same thing over and over. I'm just wondering who was the person that said it the first time. When where they got their ideas. I mean, who spoke this thought first?
Well, I mean, I don't think somebody is the first one to say it. I think they actually get their talking points from the Democratic National Committee. They actually get emails. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. That's called, press releasing is what they're supposed to promote their party. You know,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
you know, I did when I was working on that NASCAR website, I would get inundated with stuff like that. You know, I mean, but
Right.
that
Yeah.
and those people, although much smaller, more in scale than what we're talking about, they were all promoters of racing teams. You know, and that's part of the job. You know, is to send that shit out there. You know, so you know, but it's up to me how much I believe and how much I use. You know, but still cut
Yeah.
crap out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the press release would include things like, you know, upcoming shopping center ribbon cutting and whatever, you know what I mean? It would have a bunch of stuff that I wasn't interested in putting into a racing website, you know, into the truckseries.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were the truck series rag, you know. If you went into the press box at the, which
Right.
we could because we actually had a press pass. We were
Yeah.
one of 3.com to a press pass, by the way, so we can get into the infield and get into the press box.
Oh, okay.
Aren't
Cool.
we something? Smell us. We did that with 3 guys.
I
Well,
see special.
not really. 3 guys in Pennsylvania. We had a
Right.
couple of riders we would pay to go to the track and like that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, made some money. You know.
Yeah. Not to upset Steve or them, but it was 78 degrees here today.
Yep.
It was nice. It was
It was
definitely nice.
70 here.
So you guys are warmer than here. I'm telling you. Let me see. Port St. Lucie today was it was 72.
70.
Yeah, made it to 72. It's 62 now.
Yeah. Well, it's 64 here right now. So
Yeah, but you're an hour behind there, homie.
an hour behind. Yeah. So we'll probably be, but
I think
yeah.
I think you'll beat us. I mean, maybe you won't. I don't know. Our low is 53 tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think,
you know what? It's too cold in the. I wanted to jump on the bike or the scooter once in a while, and
right.
I could, but why? It's not enjoyable. I mean, you know what I mean? You can wrap up and jump on a bike, no kidding, and maybe even have a good time. But I'm just going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is jumping on those my 2-wheelers to go to work. I'm doing it just to maybe enjoy the trip, not because I have the ability to do it. You know what I mean? It's certainly I have the ability to climb into my nice warm truck and drive there.
Right.
Too, you know?
Right.
But it's been a while since I'm telling you, remember I spent all that time working on that damn thing for the longest time, and I got it working perfectly. And then after that, it rained like every time I had a day off for like weeks in a row, you know, or any time. I mean, just rained a lot. And then we had a little bit of nice weather, and I got to enjoy it a little bit. And then, bam, it's too cold in the morning to take the bike out.
Yeah. My aunt called me this weekend, and I've been trying to get hold of her since Christmas, and I was worried about her, but she called me, and I said, "How you doing?" She said, "I'm trying to keep warm." She said, "I'm freezing to death over here." Yeah, because she lives over on the Gulf there at.
Yeah, well, you know, we're not used to it, and the thing is, it may not be it's gotten colder here since I've been here. There was actually a day where it was in the low 20s, but it's just one day. I don't remember it being cool, and I'm going to say cool because we think it's cold.
Right.
I understand the rest of the country. Is laughing at me right now. But you know, my electric bill fucking doubles every time it gets below a certain point because I'm using heating elements inside an air handler to heat my home. You know, but it's not usually a problem because it only lasts a week or two. I mean, this has already been a couple of weeks of some pretty cold weather. So this is one of the colder winters I recall in a while. It's just been mild the last 10 years. You know?
Yeah, well, we've had. I mean, our winter had. I mean, God, at Christmas, we had a warm Christmas, and we got like 8 inches of snow, and then it was all gone again. And although we're supposed to be getting some rain this weekend, I think.
You know, and I know what cold is. I lived in northeastern Pennsylvania for 27 years, and New Jersey gets cold too, by the way. You know, because it got people schooling me now. Low will be about -10 degrees Fahrenheit, Bill. Yeah, well, that's not cold. That's idiotic to even go outside.
Yeah.
Anything below freezing is cold, you know. And we had weather up in the Northeast that was in single digits, you know, fairly regular, hit 0 here and there.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I know what cold is.
We're
prepped for that up there. You got jackets, you got boots.
Yeah, you expect it.
Snow tires,
you prepare for it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Down here, we are prepared for what we deal with, which is not bad. Oop.
Yeah, Thomas says it's 25 there in northeastern Indiana. Yeah, Brenda says it's being colder because she lives about 20 miles from Inglewood, which is where my aunt lives, is in Inglewood. I couldn't remember it until you put that up there, Brenda. So she lives there in Inglewood, and she well, I mean, she lived in Colorado for years, so she's used to the cold. And then they moved to Illinois, and still used to the cold, but she moved to Florida, and she's been enjoying that warm weather all these years, and it kind of caught her off guard this year.
I didn't even realize there was in Englewood, Florida. My stepdad, my dad down here, he's from Englewood, New Jersey.
Spelled really?
Spelled just like that.
Yeah.
Englewood, New Jersey, which is in the Northeast, by Northeast.
Well, there's an Englewood in the Denver Metroplex.
Yep.
Well, he went to school with the Travoltas, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually knew Ellen Travolta. Big deal. Yeah, they used to have Last One Loves Ellen Travolta jokes and stuff like that because she was ugly. She fooled them. She got into movies, didn't she?
Yeah.
Showed them.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with her famous brother. Nothing.
No.
No.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who's from my town? American Pie. What was the
McClane?
Don McClane, yeah.
No,
not the.
Oh, the movie. Oh.
Biggs. Jason Biggs, was he in that movie?
Yeah.
He was, right. Yeah, Jason Biggs went to high school in Asbury Heights, New Jersey. Of course, he's like quite a bit younger than me. I was gone. We had Frank Sinatra actually had a house in Asbury Heights, New Jersey. Nice little town, I met a couple famous people there cruising. I couldn't even think of affording to live there. Not that it's a fancy town, because it's not. It's just where it is, Yeah, you could see New York right from the living room window.
Yeah. Well, I got some bad news today. A good friend of mine.
Denver lost.
Well,
that was
worse than that. My friend Bob Yoder was in a hunting accident, lost his eyesight, so now he's deodorized.
Oh my God!
I knew you were telling a joke, but then halfway through, I thought this can't be a joke because this is just beyond even for art. Those thoughts went through my head really quick, right in the middle of that joke, and it was a dark joke. What is wrong with you? That's terrible. Any rape jokes or anything, or cancer jokes, or what do you got for us, Artie?
Yeah. Please don't. Yeah, no. God, Art. You never know where Art's going with his jokes. That's the problem. He just.
They're funnier that way. You just kind of they're like hand grenades. You just throw them out there and boom,
drop them.
There they go.
Thinking somehow a joke's gonna be funny, talking about somebody losing their eyesight. I like that. That's it's very creative.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Who would think of it? I mean, if a blind person told that joke, it still wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
But at least you couldn't see our faces when he told it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's
a blind joke.
I don't know if it's a true story or not, but I've heard it said that it was true. And Ray Charles was flying, and he used a CNI dog sometimes. And he was flying on a plane. He had a dog with him. Well, they had a layover, and he didn't want to get off. So the pilot came back and said, "Let me take your dog out and exercise and walk him." So okay, so he did. And then when it came time to board the plane, they saw him walking back on, and nobody wanted to get on board because the pilot had just walked in with a CNI dog.
That'd be fun.
At least he wasn't carrying a stick going, "Where's the cockpit?"
Yeah, well, it was just,
the funny thing with modern technology, an experienced pilot could lose his eyesight and still probably do that job. You can put stuff on. I mean, they have audio. You know what I mean? Just to tell you what's going on. And once you reach your lane, your altitude, your whatever they tell you to do, and you make your flight path. You tell them what they say.
Mhm.
Okay, you reach 28,700 feet. Blah blah blah. And then you plug it in. Just make
Yeah.
sure, just wait for alarms or something.
Well,
You don't
and
want a feeling that you're dropping straight down. These things would probably alert you.
Yeah.
well, I mean, they even have, if they're, like on the bigger planes, they have ILS,
Yeah.
which is the instrument landing system, and that
Sure.
Mhm.
that will actually, once
Fly by
5
wire, they
miles,
call that.
10 miles out, it'll bring them in automatically.
Right, but
You
you
can
still
even-
got it's like a Tesla. You still got to watch what the fuck's going on because anything can happen. But
Well, yeah,
that's all
yeah.
fly by wire. You really wouldn't want your guys sleep, but he could be blind. I mean, it would tell him. Okay, give me, elevation readings every 5 seconds or 4, so whatever he wants to do, or nothing, because it'll probably just go off if something was wrong. Anyway, and by the way, that close and at that speed and whatever, and they're at that point. I don't know how much they could do. I mean, and you got a co-pilot.
Yeah, that is true.
He's
yeah.
deaf and you're blind, and it's a movie.
Yeah, it is. We actually, believe it or not, we had a kid that was when we were all in high school. One of the guys that he had a younger brother. He had twin brothers, and one of them was born blind. And he'd been at the blind school, but during the summertime he'd come home for the summer. Well, we were out bucking bales, and we had an accident. Ended up getting one of our guys injured, and so we needed somebody. We had to have all hands on deck. So he went home, got his younger brother who was blind, and he drove the tractor in the field for us. And we just yell at him, left, right, left. And he could feel the ruts, going down through there and stay in between the ruts. And he did a great job of driving that tractor.
Don't think of blind. There hasn't been blind farmers before, because even even if it's the first day of the year, you just get started. They can feel the difference when if say they're driving a bush hog or something, and they're knocking it all down. They could feel it.
Yeah.
First of all, an experience. I'm saying you have to be experienced. It's not you're not going to put a 16-year-old behind a unless he's been doing it since he was 12. But which could be. It's a different kind of upbringing on farms.
Hey, Johnny. Johnny, drone pilot.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Well,
Johnny's been in for a couple of minutes. So he thinks
Johnny.
Really a blind pilot. That drink is too strong, Bill. I'm just saying it could be easy. That's all. Don't think they haven't thought about like suing the government for not allowing it, because that's discrimination.
Yeah. Part of the National
Disabilities Act, whatever.
Yeah, American Disabilities Act. Yeah.
They'll find a way.
Not right. What about dead people? Why can't they be the pilot? I
don't think they're technically disabled anymore. Once they're dead, they're dead.
Don't be sensible now. What the heck? Because that was a sensible thing I said. I'm just
not to you.
Not to you. Not to you either. Anyway, I'm not doing that. She said, "Not to you." It's good enough.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
There is a bunch of whiskey in his coffee, by the way.
Is there? Yeah.
Just to be clear.
That.
I felt the need
to drink
whiskey. It would have been just whiskey, but I felt the need to drink coffee because of the name of your little program here.
Oh, yeah.
Grumpy coffee. I appreciate that. So it's Irish coffee then.
And I wanted to keep advertising
Dominic's
excellent mug. Anybody
I need to order one of those. I haven't done that yet.
Not to you.
Don't forget to put your link in the chat there, Dominic.
Yeah, there you go.
You too, Art. Might as well. A link to my store is in the description. So,
a dead person can be president. Just saying. We haven't seen dead. We've seen comatose though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
He was occasionally just beyond it. Could still walk, sort of.
Yeah, a dead person can be president. Just saying. Yeah.
I mean, the way he walked, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to sound ageist, but I have older guys, way older guys than him, still bowling. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Showing up, and he's probably the average age of my day bowlers in that place.
Yeah.
They're all healthy and strong and can roll a bowling ball. If he tried to do that, we would be picking him up out of the lane. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Guaranteed.
yeah.
You know, if you ever watched him, and especially towards the end, they would just point him in directions, and it kind of reminded me of those toys when we were kids that supposedly could walk, and you had to get them just right and give them just a little bit of a directional for to get them to even work right. That's what
right. Yeah,
that's what you're reminding me.
Yeah,
of. But that doesn't.
I had one of those.
You know, he could be all there. His mental faculties could be 100%.
I had one. I think it was called Mr. Machine, and it was like a. It was like a Godzilla. You could take it all apart and put it all back together, and he walked.
Yeah.
So
but you got to be careful because if the toys that can walk, a lot of them they do just fall over. He didn't do them just right, especially the tin.
Yeah. It never walked great anyway. So
yeah. Well, neither did he.
Especially after I did take it apart and put it back together.
To lift and set up those heavy beach chairs, barely.
Yeah.
God bless him. No, I hope he lives to be 100 years or more, whatever, as long as he wants to.
Yeah, as long as he
knows he's alive, that's all. I hope he does. So. I don't want anybody to die.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about how his health's doing. I know he has cancer, and I don't know how bad it is or how his treatment
cancer. That's the same thing I got. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm presidential. Same thing that like 1 in 5 guys have. It's just like
exactly. Yeah,
everybody has. It's so passe. But allegedly he had a very. I don't know if it was as bad as they were saying. They said it was pretty fucking bad, like stage 4, if there is such a thing as stage 4 prostate cancer, and he's still alive. We're towards the end. I just think it was an excuse to keep him from out of the public as much as he probably should have been, because he was not out there. I mean, he was the quietest.
He was out there for sure.
Well, he was. He never took questions from even the friendly press. He just wasn't there. You saw that. You saw that. When he went up against Trump, that felt cruel. To be honest with you,
I thought it was. I thought they'd push it too far. Somebody.
We finally defeated Medicare. What the fuck? Sit Grandpa down. Put his feet up, get him some coffee or cocoa. Let's do the cocoa.
Yeah.
Get and just
his little bowl of ice cream. Yeah,
his ice cream.
Take somebody articulate that can carry the the one that didn't get a single fucking delegate the last time that's the one. Okay,
that's the one they picked.
That's the one they pick.
Yeah.
Who was his vice president for the last 4 years with economy strangling. And all those excuses about the economy. It's a world economy. The world is in a recession. Guess what? The fucking world's still in a recession. Are we? 5%, almost 5%, 2 quarters in a row of gross national product increase. That's dude, highest ever stock market.
Yep.
Will there be dips? Will it be this way? Of course there will. But overall, the economy is on trillions of dollars of investment. They're breaking ground on some of these plants.
Yeah.
So, the economy's going to heat up anyway because of the size of the tax return.
Yeah.
So 26 should be a pretty interesting year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is.
Time for the midterms,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With luck.
Cost of gas, the lowest it's been in 4 years.
Yeah, I was getting gas. I don't know what happened, but there for about a week or two, we had gas down to $1.90 a gallon.
Yeah, it went down here, but not that far. Down to $2.40 something. Now it jumped a little bit recently.
Yeah,
cold snap. It's a cold snap. That's what did that. Seriously, they're using way more heating oil all across. It's not just cars; it's heating oil.
Yeah.
It's more of that in the wintertime. Across the country, you'd be surprised so many, and even if it's not heating oil. They're still using oil in a lot of like electrical production. They're still
right. I think right now I think I saw it today. It was like $2.14. So
well, it's $3.99 in some places around here.
Right.
Yeah.
See, well, that's huge because he just said 214. Right now, see, I was getting a little like, what the fuck's going on? Because it made it back up to like 280 and 290. The I can get it if I wanted to at Sam's Club for I think it's 255 right now.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. Fucking great. We're complaining. It was $5.
Yeah, I'm not.
Here,
I'm not
you know?
complaining. It's just that
You know?
because we did there for a little while. We had quite a, it kept just dropping, and then it hit. I think it might have got to
What?
189, and then it started going back. Rome
Thomas
wasn't melting
Harrison,
it down.
99 cents a gallon. No, you didn't. What are you trying to be ridiculous? 99 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Well,
it was
no. There were some areas that had some pretty low gas prices. Ours got down.
It was $1 in they went nuts because it became $1 in like 1979, 1980, whatever it was. When I was just before, it was like 28 cents a gallon just before I started driving. By the way,
Yeah,
but it went to 50 cents. Oh, it's 50 cents a gallon. Oh shit! But then you had the gas crisis, the fuel crisis, that alleged crisis that happened, and you can only get gas on days where your license plate had a L in it or a certain number. Yeah, it was the odd and even. That's what
Odds and evens. We
yeah,
had
yeah. The last digit odd and even. And what do you do with zero? I forget. They dictated it was one of the
zero. Zero was even.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Zero is nothing. Anyway,
I've got a zero on my number plate, so that's why I know.
Yeah, remember that shit? But that was going on right then, and that's they just want to get the price of gas to $1. And he was right. That's what they did. They got the price to $1 right about that time. But if we only here's the thing, $1 then is more than $3 now. By the way, that sounds cheap, but it's not. What's $1 for? Who's? All right, I can look it up. You got that?
Look it up.
You got that? What do you call
inflation?
Inflation calculator. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I do this all the time. I find it interesting. I'll be watching shows and I'll say, "Hey, $5,000," and it just hits me. Okay, what year is this? 1962. What was $5,000 then? You know what I mean? Just to get perspective. And because I'm weird, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah, I remember last year out at South Florida drone meetup, and the stock market went kind of crazy at first when they first put the tariffs on.
And
that's one of the guys there was in a panic, and I said, don't do anything crazy, because he was there and he couldn't get back to talk to his advisor. I said, don't do anything crazy. I said, it'll get better.
Wow. The CPI on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics is not coming in. So let's try. Must be getting whacked. Like the site came in, but the CPI calculator never pulled in. And it shouldn't be particularly heavy. This is something, it's just a table. You could, back in the day, I would have done this with CGI, which is 10 times, 20 times heavier than the coding they use now, and it still would be nothing. It'd be next to nothing. Okay, so let's see. What were we saying?
1960.
Are we talking about the gas crisis?
Yeah. 79. Let's go 79.
Let's go 79. Yeah.
1979. If gas became $1, calculate. 443.
Okay.
That's high.
Yeah.
It wasn't world ending, but that's fucking high.
Yeah. Well, I remember the price wars they had there in Denver when I was a kid, and that one year, it was during summertime too, and we actually went over and got it for it was a full service station, got it for 9 cents a gallon. Well, 10 cents because it was 9.99.
Well, just think just before I got my first car. I mean, this is exactly like when this shit happened, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like 50 cents, 49.9. So that would figure that'd be 220, like 222 or something like that, which is nice price. You know what I mean? I mean, in today's money,
In today's, yeah.
no, it's good price. And then it doubled like within a year.
Yeah.
Gee, sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Democrat was in office too at the time.
Yeah, when I got out, I had a part-time job at one of the well,
Viewers?
yeah, one of the filling stations that was owned by Phillips Petroleum, and it was their generic station. It was called Waylo. We used to joke they should have called it Waylo. We were actually more expensive than the full brand name stations like
Well,
there's a reason for that. The margin on gas is fucking pathetic at the gas station level. We would compete with whatever was around us, and they would do the same thing. We actually had a before laptops and tablets and stuff, we actually had a ledger. And part of our job is like once a week go around and see what they were fucking charging and adjust our prices accordingly because we had to.
Yeah.
Now this was a truck stop on the highway, but gas stations do the same thing. They used to. Now I tell you, I see huge fluctuations, and I'll tell you why. Because the price keeps changing so much, and it all depends how much you paid for that last drop. What I mean? If you're not a busier station, you're losing money if you're trying to keep it going. Now, being part of a larger chain, like you're talking about, they have an advantage there.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even if they're not producing their own fuel, they've got contracts out with several different carriers, and they'll all compete for their business, and they get to pick whatever. That's why places like I don't go anymore, like Circle K or because you don't even know where the gas came from. They don't even know. Well, maybe the manager who signs the fucking load, the load thing and sends it to the office does, but it'll come from several. And besides, actually, the names on the thing's a carrier. Even a pilot, we had our own trucks. But they would go to different, and eventually they had some. They did have. I remember pilot tanks, but they were still having them filled by somebody else. They would never produce their own. Like a Marathon that's their fuel.
Right.
Marathon's considered a top tier gasoline. I did a little research. I've been reading. I've been YouTubing quite a bit. I'm reading. Fuck you, you're reading. Anyway, I've seen more than once online that there's a difference. Now, don't get me wrong. All fuel in the United States is held to pretty high standard, higher than Europe.
Yeah.
To you guys. But they'll still foul your valves over a period of time. Unless you do additives. Now, if you buy the premium top tier gases, they actually have not as much as you would be putting in when you drop a bottle in, but they've got a little bit of it in all their fuel all the time, and they'll tell you what the name of it is. And one has a Marathon, I think, uses STP by example. May not be your favorite fuel cleaner, but you know what? It's there all the time. So, and they've shown that vehicles with the same amount of time on them, not miles, but time on them, they were way cleaner.
Oh, Bob.
And this isn't done by Marathon, it's not a Marathon ad. This is an independent thing that So it's worth paying a little bit more for your gas if you're not going to have to.
We just recently had some gas contamination here in the Denver area, contaminated with some diesel.
That's not good.
Nice.
It's not going to hurt anything.
No,
it might gum up your catalytic converter a little bit. But as long as they caught it out before too long, frankly, in a way, for older vehicles, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But you'll smoke though. That's
yeah,
you'll definitely smoke, and you'll lose power.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you figure they got some diesel that leaked into the
They didn't put pure diesel in a car; it wouldn't run. Yeah, but in a gas car, it was a mix. Yeah, that's like that's like putting an additive in your gasoline. I don't think it's really as disastrous unless it was a shit ton of diesel. I mean, that's the thing. What was the percentage?
Yeah,
that's what additives
are.
They
screwed up and filled the whole tank with diesel. when they were filling the not the car tanks, but the tanks in the ground. If they
Yeah.
filled them. But even those still have gas in the bottom of them. I mean, they're still going to have.
Well, I don't know what floats, gas or diesel. I don't know what's heavier. I have no clue.
Yeah, I would. I'll bet gas is lighter.
This is how the tanks work. By the way, fuel tanks. They never go down to the bottom when they draw the fuel. They have. It depends on the size of the tank, how many inches that they draw from.
Right.
So that means we used to stick the tanks. It's called. So you take this.
I used to do that too.
12-foot ruler. It's not a ruler, but it's just, it's like that. Square. And you would drop that thing down in. And you'd pull it out, like you're at a car, checking the oil, and you would check the level. And if it got above 6 inches or whatever we were using at the time, you'd run pumps and pump it out. So you want to check it and do that, because if you don't, then you might be pumping out fuel. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And it's only solid liquid at the bottom. At the bottom 6 inches. There might be another 6 inches or 7 or 8 inches above that that's got water mixed in with it. But you're not drawing from that. You're drawing from like 2 feet or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
18 inches. I forget, but that's the whole idea. But if a place didn't take care of their tanks, because there's always water.
Brad's pointed out gasoline is lighter.
Huh?
But you do realize
gas
that
is lighter.
butane. Well, what about butane? Butane's a lighter. Butane is a lighter fluid.
No. What that means is that if it was mixed in the tank with the fuel, it was allowed to separate.
Bill hasn't realized the joke.
Oh, it's a lighter.
You kept going with it, Bill. We're just
boomerang at me. It took a little bit to kind of.
I was trying to get you the alley-oop and setting it up for you.
That were funny. Dang, you would be drawing from the heavier fuel.
Thank you. No.
Yeah, we used to when I'd have to go out, we'd have to do it at every shift to see how much we'd sold over the day, and then compare that to what all the meter readings were on the little digital numbers on there, and and also we checked for the water that way, and we
used to stick it anyway. We had one of those on the wall, but and we would you'd print out a slip, and it would tell you the inches and this and that, and then at least we would do that every day. And then at least once a week, we would go stick it to compare it to what the thing was saying to make sure it was accurate. Right. That's all you need to do. Because that's a fucking, say you're doing it with trucks. It's some lawsuit, But anyway, and plus, it's supposed to be, I think, local or federal or whoever comes and checks, I don't think it might be monthly. I don't know. It depends.
I think it
depends on volume.
Weights and Trade Commission over here.
Yeah. That's state waste board here does it. So.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it over there.
Besides, there's no reason not to do it. You spend 15 minutes out of your fucking week to go make sure you're not destroying people's engines. It's seems like the bare minimum for a manager.
We got a sock and put like a Comet in there, and up at the highest point, or in other words, we'd hit the stick with it just lightly, so that when it go down there, because the numbers were so wore out, it was almost impossible to read them. So you had to,
Nobody thought of taking a pocket knife, and never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. No,
or buying another stick.
I wasn't in charge of that side of it.
Not like they were particularly expensive.
Yeah, I didn't make a decision. The
magic mark or something. I'm just saying. Or you could just guess. That looks right.
Yeah, my boss made those decisions. He was the franchise owner, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like a douchebag. Dude, those sticks aren't expensive. How old was that fucking stick that you couldn't read it anymore?
Oh, it was
it's fucking wood. It's a long wooden, like trim piece. It's like an inch square. I mean, it's a hardwood. It's not pine or something.
Oh yeah. No, it's
It's not $15, but how much do you think it is? It's probably back then it was $15.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But that was his idea, so okay,
Yeah.
It's not like
you did have the electronic thing though, telling you the level of water. in your tank?
No.
Oh,
Well,
you didn't have that. Oh, so we had
no.
that. We still stuck the thing.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, we had to stick it to check. Yeah, this is back in '79. So
Yeah.
When did I do this?
it was in two. Yeah, it was
88, 89,
yeah.
something like that.
They upgraded machines not a year or so after I quit working there. So
They had sensors, that they would put in, but you still stuck it because the sensors become fouled eventually over time, and this and that.
yeah.
And you replace them. But it's, I mean, to blow that off is just, what are you actually doing?
Yeah. Yeah, we also used that to make sure the amount of gas that we were showing and being sold out of that tank was actually how much was being used.
Don't get me wrong, it's not like we didn't have plenty to do. We used to inventory tens of thousands of dollars of Harley. We had Pilot had the licensing for Harley Davidson T-shirts,
right
in that region of the country or whatever. So we kept like tens of thousands of inventory because we inventoried at cost, or not cost, at sale price. At retail. Yeah,
Retail.
the cigarettes the same way. You because that's their potential value. In fact, if anything, it's more than that because the prices are going to go up. But they never go down. But every day we inventoried all those fucking shirts, kept them perfectly folded, stacks and stacks, a couple of rows of them. There are things we did. That cigarettes every shift, and we had like $150,000 worth of cigarettes in there. Granted, we didn't count all of those individually.
Right.
Wax, and stuff like that. And the majority of them were still in their cartons in a stock room,
Yeah.
But still, it was a pain in the ass,
Oh, yeah.
You had to do it. We doing it every shift. You would be able to figure out which shift they were being stolen from, and which we could narrow down with the cameras and whatever, and watching what and there's always thieves. I mean, and that's your job. That's the manager's job. You got to be aware of that shit, But it's hard to spend all your time fucking inventorying everything. We started inventorying electronics daily, because my boss was a moron. He put the most expensive shit. He goes, "Well, then we're not selling enough of these." Well,
Right.
Because at the time, $60 was a lot of money for an antenna.
Yeah.
They're not going to sell as fast as the cheaper ones. They have perfectly good ones that cost like 1/3 of that. That they. Do you sell more of those? And every once in a while, somebody buys the cream of the crop one, and you sell. So what does he do? He puts them on the fucking floor, right by the showers. Where you go in the back.
Right.
They carry their bags with them.
Yeah.
We went through 12 in like a week, and he was going to fire us because we didn't see them get stolen. Fucking moron.
Yeah.
Seriously, just fucking moron.
Well, guys, we've done just at an hour, so it's a little bit over. So I think I'm going to call it a show tonight.
You do what you want.
Do what?
You do what you want.
Yeah, right. I will. It's my show.
That's it. Yeah, no argument.
And Charles made it back just in time so we could say goodbye. Everybody have a great week. Enjoy the outdoors if you can, and we will talk at you all later. Good night, everyone.
Good night, folks.
Come say goodbye.
Yeah.
He's a time machine wrapped in plaid of scorn, a man of today, but yesterday sworn. With every gripe, there's a wink of clue that the world's still good if you find your view. The grumpy vlogger's got a lot to say about